What's up guys, I'm Olivia and you're watching Drivin and Vibin. We have a lot of stuff going on today. We're sanding, painting, plumbing, we've got solar in the works, so stay tuned.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Like Olivia said in the intro, we have so many projects going on today. She is about to start painting the roof. See how the paint acts up there? Hopefully it's going to be great and we can continue down the rest of the rig with the fresh coat of paint. But we wanted to specifically get the roof done so we could start mounting the solar panels, which we received yesterday. Before we get into any of that fun stuff though, I got to work on this gray tank. As you see right here, we're using some JB weld, it's called water weld, to make some initial connections. This stuff has proven to be amazing over the last 3 years of RV living in our fiber stream. It's not necessarily the best way or the cleanest way to make some certain connections, but whenever we're dealing with non-standard fittings, an old 1970s gray tank, I felt that the water weld was a great way to get started. After those initial connections, we'll use standardized plumbing for the rest of it, but I got to make these first. So let me get to work here and then we'll hop on to some other projects. So many people don't know that the Airstream Argosy was a trailer that was originally painted aluminum. The previous owner did not paint this. It came painted from the factory in 1979. It's one of the aspects that make the Airstream Argosy unique. And one reason it was painted was because some of the metal used on the exterior actually has blemishes on it. So the paint was able to cover those blemishes up and make it look beautiful on the outside. But because of that, we need to sand off this steel end cap because it has many layers of paint over the years. We want to get it back down to the original metal layer, put a primer on it, and then put a fresh coat of white gloss paint. So right now we are working on knocking down this paint to get it back down to the raw surface.
So since the countertop in the kitchen is a butcher's block, we wanted to try to use this for the vanity in the bathroom so that it kind of matched. So we're using this piece of, it's actually a tabletop, a reclaimed tabletop that has that butcher's block look, except it had quite a bit of mildew on it. So I've been sanding it down so that we can get a nice clean piece to put in the bathroom.
So I'm working on the bathroom sink. Olivia and Caitlin found this bowl. It's a metal bowl with an acrylic finish, and we have installed a drain fitting into it, and we've just JB welded it on here. This drain fitting is going to be permanent to this bowl, and then these threads are actually what's going to hold this down to the countertop. Because we've welded it from the backside and we have silicone on the underside, I've decided to hang the unit for a while that JB weld sets up and in this direction as the pressure holds it all together.
So I've cut out the vanity top and I'm just slowly sanding it to get it to fit to the curve, which is the only kind of challenging thing, but it's close. We're gonna get this in place and it'll be ready to get a sink on it.
So it proves that the shower pan works. There are no leaks. I custom made that shower pan out of foam, carved the foam out, put some fiberglass on top of that in tons of layers of resin to follow, sanded it so everything would potentially flow very easily down the drain with the slope, and it did. So happy about that. One more project checked off.
So yesterday, one of the big projects that we got done was getting the stove and the sink installed and the faucet, and so now like the kitchen feels like a real kitchen. This countertop took a while to get right. We stained it with a dark walnut stain and did like 3 coats of that on it, and then we used this like triple thick polyurethane. I'll show you really quickly. So this is what we started out with. It did not go on well at all. Do not recommend this. Maybe we did the recommended way to apply it with a synthetic bristle brush, and it's like 3 times thicker. It's supposed to just require 1 coat, but it went on very streaky and just did not look good. So we sanded that down almost completely off, and we went with this Helmsman spar urethane, and it went on so much better. It looks so much better now. It's like glass. You can see it shining in here. I'm so happy with how the counter turned out. One of the challenges getting the sink in is we decided we wanted to undermount it, because I hate when I'm wiping the countertop off and I run into that lip of the sink and all that gunk kind of builds up on the side, and it just drives me crazy. So we wanted to make sure it was going to be super, super waterproof and not going to have any infiltration go through there. So what we did, it came with some brackets that we mounted, but first we ran a bead of silicone around the edges and clamped that up tight, and then ran another bead and just kind of like got that into the crease all the way around, and it looks great. I think the guys hooked up the plumbing underneath today, so it should be ready to rock and roll.
So Kyle and Olivia got their ZAMP solar panels in. We're going to be putting 640 watts, I believe, solar panels on the roof. These are 12-volt panels. We are planning to wire them in 2 series strings, one on each side of the trailer, to give us a little bit higher voltage, which is going to give them some added benefit of early morning, late evening efficiency. And the way we're setting them up, it should work really well. Getting them mounted on the roof is going to be a little bit of a challenge. We're going to have to probably make a few of our own brackets due to some of the functionality of the roof. They have a pretty extreme curve that we're going to have to work with. But we got 4 square panels and then these long skinny panels, which I think are pretty cool. Gonna go down alongside each side of the air conditioner.
All right, y'all, thank you for tuning in today. We got a lot of work done, as you saw. Still so much work yet to do though, but it's great to see the beautiful countertop in there, the oven, the sink, see the sink being plumbed. It was awesome to test the gray water tank system and the pipes to see that we have no leaks. So while there is a lot of progress being made, it is so great to watch it come to fruition with this Airstream build. But we couldn't be doing it without our great friends, the Mortons on the Move either. Always remember to subscribe to their channel. But yeah, Airstream's looking good back there, guys. The paint is looking good. Everything is coming along just right. Thank you for watching. Come back next time. Hit that subscribe button.